Hey, what's going on, everyone? What a big day for Wing Fighter and the players. They did finally release the drones today, and when I first woke up, I didn't see my drones. I saw everybody else playing with them and talking about it, and I could not find my drones, and it took me a second to just say, calm down, and let me show you guys what to do. Go to your Play Store, and you're going to go and update to the newest version of the game. And as soon as you do that, you can go back to the game, and what you're going to do is you're going to go to equipment, and you can see in the right hand top corner it says drones. So let's go ahead and click drones, and when you first get into this, it's going to be pretty confusing. It's going to take a second to get a grasp of this. I am no drone master even close yet. There's a lot to this, guys, and there's a lot of combinations, and this is going to be, shocking at first to try to figure this out. And so my first tip for those that haven't done this yet or got into it, don't just go out and start buying drones. Don't. There's a little bit to this, and maybe I can help explain this a little bit. Again, if I'm saying something wrong or something needs to be added, please leave a comment, guys. Again, I don't have a lot of time on this whatsoever. I haven't even really played with them that much. I haven't really done too much. I was just trying to figure out how in the heck does this work? How do we buy them? What's the smarter approach? And so bear with me a little bit. I did want to just get a video out for some of the other players struggling that might not be in Discord, or just maybe I could just help a little bit. And so when you get to this drone screen here, you're not going to have any drones. And so the first thing you're going to want to do is right there at the bottom in gold, it says get. So I am going to hit get, and right here is how you buy your drones. Now, I wouldn't suggest just buying random drones, depending on your level, entry level, mid player, to high player, to what you're wanting to do. Do I want more power out of the drones? Do I want a medium drone? Or do I just kind of want a basic drone? That's where I would start with this, guys. Don't just start buying a whole bunch of drones. And I keep seeing everybody asking, what's the best combination? What are the best drones? Which one do I get first? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I'm still saying the same thing also. But I think the first thing I would do is right here in the middle, it says combination. Take a second and figure out what combination means. And Wingfighter is telling us what we should be going after and what drone combinations work. And so if I click into this, right here, they're telling us, hey, if you get these three drones together, you're going to get basically attack rate. You're going to get HP. You're going to, this is them telling us what the combination should be. So at the very top here is SR combinations, and right here in the middle, and you can tell they're SR because they're yellow, just like a pilot and just like your ships. And so right in the middle here, here is the R combinations. And I do have one right here. So if I am looking for combinations, try to figure out what level you are at. Do you want an entry level more? Do you want to go after the ends? Do you want to? So I would put the brakes on real quick and try to figure out what you're looking for, and what are the names of the drones that I'm looking for, and why am I looking for them? And so right here, I can go down and see that I have in the ends, I do have a combination already unlocked. I actually have a couple combinations that you guys can see. So I really want to get a SR combination together here is what I'm after personally. But just to use this as a reference for everybody here, I have Serenity, Guard, and Knight. And so right there, it's telling me all drones need to reach 2 stars for the next level here, and that would be attack rate and then drone HP, and those will raise by me having this combination. So there's a pretty big benefit to trying to keep the combination versus just kind of mix matching and doing different things. But right here would be a great start for you guys to figure out what are the names of the drones, what kind of drones am I going after. And again, it goes from N to R to SR drones and your combination. So right here I don't have an SR combination yet, and that's really what I want personally. Even if I don't get it, I'm not gonna spend $1 billion trying to get it yet. I think over time I might get it. Now you have to ask yourself, well, since you do have the combinations, would it be better to go after the ends? And again, the SR drones are way more powerful than the ends, and so it could be that you can have 3 end drones, but it might not be equivalent to a 1-star drone. So you just on the SR. So you have to really pay attention and look at the power, look at what these are doing, and maybe we'll go over some of that too. But right here, put the brakes on, take a look at what you're going to do. What drones do you want to go after? Don't just go out and start buying a whole bunch of random drones. Don't. And so that's my first really big tip to this already. But if right here, I have SR drones already up there. Been kind of poking around just so I could at least give a little tiny demonstration on how this is working and what you can do with this. And so the first thing you're going to do again is you're going to go to get. And right here, I have an SR drone that I want. I do want this drone, so I am going to buy it. And so I just bought it. Now, when you first get here, I'm going to refresh this on purpose, and I'm going to use what they call Rhenite. I think I'm saying that right, or basically the drone coin, Rhenite basically, and that's how you purchase these. And it comes to a point now that you have to ask yourself, well, how do I get the Rhenite? So maybe I'll go backwards a little bit to go forwards here, but to get your guys' Rhenite is right here. You can go to your shop, and right next to chest in your resources now is Rhenite. And so the only way that you can get this Rhenite this way is to purchase them with basically diamonds. I don't have any diamonds, but the more diamonds that you have, the more you can obviously purchase this Rhenite, or I just call it the coin myself personally. But this is one way that you can get it, is by purchasing it. You can also go into the store, and I just kind of went into the store and I bought some of these just so I could figure out what in the world is going on with this stuff and how do we use this. And so if I go to my pack here, and you can see right here for $12.99 I can get batteries, which is how you upgrade basically each one of these drones, or power them up. And right here is a fuse, and I'll go over the fuse with you guys too, what these fuses do, and those are kind of important also. And you do need fuses to be able to change out attributes and different things like that. And then you have your weekly that you can do. That one was the daily, and you can do, I think there's a monthly one. I'm pretty positive there is the monthly one here. And so, but once you start purchasing these, I did notice, and I'm not exactly sure if it was the monthly or how I got these, but I noticed my inventory was flashing at me, and they do have drone chests. And so I can use a R drone chest that I acquired. And if somebody knows exactly how to get those, please leave a comment. I'm not exactly sure if that was the monthly pack or what. Like I said, I just kind of bought some of this stuff just to try to figure out what's going on with this stuff, so I could at least show you guys and try to explain this the best that I can for it being only the first day. So bear with me a little bit. And then I have basically SR drone one that I can go in, and it works just like the pilots, or kind of like your Titan weapons. So if you're looking for that one special pilot, or you're looking for that one special weapon, or now looking for that one special drone, this is the way that you guys would do that with these. So pay attention, and maybe you guys might have gotten one of these just randomly. I'm not exactly sure exactly how I got these. It probably was purchasing one of the packs, and pretty cool though. I'm going to save these for a second, but I just wanted to show you guys here. So the other ways you can get the Rhenite, they do have a new event, and it's called Critical Strike. And with the Critical Strike, this is the way that you can get some of the Rhenite coins. and some of your batteries, and we'll go over the battery here in a second. Those are pretty crucial to upgrading your drone basically. And then I found another way. When you go and do your daily missions, you can acquire this now too. So here is a screenshot of what I got when I did my daily missions, and right there I got 15 fuses, and then I got 10 Rhenite coins. And so these are free versions that you can do daily by doing your daily missions, and again doing the strike mission, and those are free ways that you can get this. So be sure to log in every day and get your free stuff, guys. Absolutely. So just wanted to kind of go over how do you get this stuff. So let's go back to the drones, and I'm going to go back to, let's say you're just trying to find drones, and you're trying to, you know, do different things with this. And so I am going to show you a really cool thing that I learned. Now you can refresh this for 10 Rhenite over and over and over and over until you find what you're looking for. But if you're looking for, let's just say you're looking for a specific R drone, look what this does. If you go to the bottom corner, I'll do this again, it says refresh, bottom corner with the little symbol down there. This is a really cool feature if you're just trying to find the next, and I have to say next because that's how that is. You're doing like a little roulette basically is how this is working. And so again, trying to find that specific one's going to be really tough, but there's an easier way if you're looking for the SR. I'm looking for the SR. I'll use this as the demonstration, and so I'm going to refresh. But if I was sitting here trying to find the next SR, I would have already spent 40, 50. So I could have just sat here and kept refreshing. But with the R and SR, you can absolutely do the refresh, and look what it did. It stopped on the next SR drone. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that just for the purpose of the video here. And so now let's just say I got all three of my drones. I've got my drones here, guys, and this is kind of where I'm at here. You can see my little drone list down here. Now the question of the day is you know, what can I do with these drones? What's going on with this? How do I get my stars? What am I looking for? And so now that I've got some drones in here, let's just I'll use basically Orion for right now. Now there's a couple things that I can do, and so right here is your batteries, and right there at the middle bottom there it says battery, and you can see my power is 25,350. And so every time I use a battery, I'll upgrade once, you can see my power goes up. And so that's what the batteries are doing. They're upgrading, and they're upgrading your power. So these are very important, and you do want to, like I said, go get the free ones every single day. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's just like your technology, and you're going to want to upgrade your technology. That gives you your base power, and also the power to the actual drone, and so on. So that's what the batteries are doing. Now, the way to get your stars, I have this at a 2-star. So, excuse me, if you see that on my list here, I have an extra one of these. And it's just like anything else. You have to fuse basically, it's kind of like your weapons. You need to fuse the same drone, same weapon, in order to upgrade these 2 stars. So that is exactly how this works. And so if you see, I already have it a 2-star, but I have a 1-star here. Okay, so you're going to basically do the same thing. I'm going to go back to this, and right there it's telling me that I have another one of these, because look what it says at the bottom there. It says evolve. And so I am going to click over to the evolve, and right here it's saying you can only choose 1-star drone, and you heard what it said, 1-star, not a 2-star, not a 3-star, a 1-star drone. And that way you guys don't get confused here. Always 1-star of the same series that isn't selected. Okay, so I'm going to hit the plus sign here. There it is. I'm going to check mark it. But when I hit confirm, it's see how it actually has the drone in there instead of it being blank. And so now I have to evolve it, and I'm going to evolve this to a 3-star. And there we go. I've got a 3-star Orion, which I'm pretty stoked about actually. And so that is basically how you upgrade to your stars, or update to your stars here, guys. And your upgrade would be basically your battery. You can auto upgrade these, and you can sell these. I think right here, let me see here. Let's just say you buy a drone and you don't like it, or you just don't need it, or you don't think that you're going to use it. So I have 2 of them here. I'll just do it for the sake of the game again here. I will sell my drone, and you can see it says reset, sell, or select. And right now, I'll just do it for the sake of the game. And here's one bad part. Look what it says, 80. So when I went and bought this drone, it was 100 Rhenite, and now I only got 80 back. So there is a tiny penalty for selling your drone, and you're not going to get the full face value of this. Now, I think I saw a player talk about, let's say you have the 3-star, and right here it's not giving me the option, but I think somebody said when you sell one of these or have an option that you don't get the SR versions, is what I heard. I'm not really quite sure. I haven't gotten that far, but I think there is also a penalty for selling your big upgraded ones, and I wouldn't want to do that anyways. I think I would just hold on to it just because of the time invested, and also some of these are really hard to find in the SR, so I would just keep that. Me personally, I wouldn't sell that. Maybe I have no problem selling. And let's see, so right here, maybe we can just do it here. You know what, I have a Knight that is a 3-star, and let's sell it. Let's see what actually happens here. So once the drone is sold, it will disappear, and the following materials will be returned. Press to continue. Well, so I am going to get the Rhenite back. I'm going to take a little penalty. It doesn't look like it really changed the status, if from an SR to, and I'm not really quite sure, but I think somebody said that if it's an SR that it changes to a blue. So again, very careful of what you're upgrading and then possibly selling in the future. So right here, I can sell that for 240. Yeah, let's just do it for the sake of the game. Okay, so I sold it, and so you can sell those. But again, you are going to take a pretty good penalty, and I imagine with the SR stuff, you're going to take a pretty big penalty on that. So I would probably try to avoid that. Now, let's just say I want to change my team, and right here, I have 3 drones in there, but let's just say I like one of the other things that I got, and what you can do is adjust your formation with the adjust your formation tab, and right here you can click on and off of what you want to put back in there, and this is how you can arrange your drones pretty quickly and easy. And so don't think that you're stuck with your setup. You can adjust your formation. It's that easy, guys. And so attributes, you can go over to your attributes. You can see what's raising, how this is raising, what it's doing for you, just like the pilots. So the little attribute tab over there is going to help you out a little bit if you're trying to figure out how much did I gain out of my drones just by themselves. So far, I've gotten 76,560 base power out of this, which is a lot, actually. I mean, I'm thoroughly surprised, and this is going to be a game changer, guys, because when you get into your drones themselves, you have your passive skills here to each one of these. And look at look at these. I mean, so for the SR drones themselves, you can see they are yellow, and again, these are color coded to the drone that you have. But I mean, you have what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 23 different attributes that you can combine to this drone. And some of these are really cool. Let me tell you what. Uh, this is a game changer again, but some of these are not for against players in Planet Wars. So you might have a pretty cool drone setup, but the other guy might be beating you because his drones are against players. So you're gonna have to pay attention and read over these very carefully what they do. But on this one, for example, when received fatal damage, there is a 35% chance to avoid death and restore 30% max HP. Only work for one maximum when battle with other players. I mean, that's pretty dang cool. And but here's the downfall to that one as an example is this wouldn't help me with the Titan. This wouldn't help me with a mission. This again says specifically when battling against another player. So very cool for Planet Wars and possibly Star Scramble. But again, you know, there's a combination of things that you can do with this for different scenarios. So you guys are gonna have to really try to figure out what is going to be that attribute on these drones. And so maybe we can go back to that. And so let me go to a drone that actually has, okay, so my Orion, I have 3 stars, and look what happens with those 3 stars. I get 3 of those attributes that I can have onto there. Now everybody kept asking, what's the fuse for? What do the fuses do? And so if I want to recast or the modified chip, and I call it a fuse, but the modified chip right here is how you modify your drones. And so let's say I don't like what's sitting there, and I can hit recast. Now it is going to take away from my chip here, but it's kind of like a random thing, and that's the only thing that's a little tough with this is they give you a random. Is this random better? And so it's not like you can specifically take that one attribute, and that's what's making this a little bit tricky because you never know what you're really going to get. And so you can constantly be trying to change this. You can maybe do this 20 times and not get that shield to go against. So I'm not sure if I like that much, but that is what the modified chip, or I call it a fuse. Again, I always call things something different, so I have to apologize to you guys. But the modified chip, there it is right there. Let me see. So reduce 2% drone skill cooldown. This one would be increase 3.5% drone general attack accuracy. And then this one would be increase 3% drone general attack physical damage. Now, I don't know if I really like that. And so I can go give up. I can do recast again, which is going to use what? One of my modified chips. And so I don't know if I exactly want to change this out yet. So I'll leave this alone. I'm going to give it up. And so that's how you use those guys. And that's how you do your different passive skills to your drones. And again, the more, if you have 5 stars, guess what? You get 5 of those passive skills to those drones. So that's how that works. And I think it's a pretty good little overview on what's going on here for you guys. Kind of how to use this a little bit, what you're looking for. Here's one thing that I might do though. So let me go to my fighter. I'll just select Hard Rock, and I'm going to show you guys something here, especially for the new players. Let's just go and act like we're going to go do a mission real quick. Okay, so what are the drones doing? And So there you go. You guys get your drones at the tail end, and again, depending on what passive skill that you have and how fast it's going. Do you want the 20% increase? Do you want and you can see the differences when you put those passive skills on. You guys are gonna have to play with this a little bit, but I put Hard Rock on purpose because it is not an it's not a Titan ship, and I wanted to do this on purpose for you guys just so that you can see. There's your drones for any of the ships. Yep, they're right there. They're right behind you. They're doing exactly what passive skill that you have in there, and pretty dang cool. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to quit now on purpose. Now you guys got to see just the drone in action here just for a second. I want to do this though, because if you have basically one of your Titan ships, I have the Conqueror fully updated, okay? And with the Conqueror fully updated, I already had the 2 drones. And so my question was, am I losing the 2 drones for these drones? And to my surprise, you do not lose your original drones either. And so if you have a fully updated Conqueror, you're in there. And let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to go back to this mission real quick. And it looked like they did update some of the mission, how these are playing a little bit. Not necessarily how they're playing, but I know on some of these missions they've changed some of the ground enemies in different places now, and more ground enemies and different things like that. So I don't know if you guys noticed that. I did play with it a tiny bit earlier, and I noticed, hey, this mission doesn't seem like it was yesterday. So I think a few things changed. I did hear a really bad thing today. I think I know you guys are gonna be upset about this, but I think the destroyer missile was nerfed and the destroyer wing gun was actually increased. So I don't know if they're trying to balance out the drones, or none of us know what the heck they're doing. Everything keeps getting nerfed. Some things get stronger, and it's just kind of a pain in the neck to keep up with. But I will say that some of my teammates were kind of complaining about that they loved the destroyer missile. Now it's nerfed, and again, the wing gun for destroyer went up. So I think there's a few things that did change with this update. I'm not really quite sure what they all are, but just giving you guys heads up. But right here, guys, here's my Conqueror. And there's my Conqueror drones on top of the 3 drones that are added. So I have a total of 5 drones going right here. So pretty dang cool. And again, there's a lot of stuff you guys can do with these drones. And there's a lot of different situations. I think I saw one of the passive skills for the boss specifically. And again, some of these drones might be specific for the boss, but might not be against the player. So you're going to have to try to figure out that combination. You're going to have to try to figure out if you're trying to get that drone into going against the Titan or basically a boss. I mean, there's just a lot of combinations. Again, I'm not a huge fan that we can't specifically pick that attribute. It's kind of weird that we have to use basically, I'll call it the chip or the fuse or whatever you guys want to call it. And then you're going to have to be lucky to find it. And then you might not like the other attributes with it. So not sure how I feel about that part of it personally, but it is what it is. Still uber cool here, guys. Yeah, this just really changed the game a lot, and you know, it changed how we're going to be playing against players. And you know, this gives other players a tiny bit of a chance, maybe if you have the right combination against them with the drones, that you can beat them because of your drones. And you know what, I have another thing that we can do actually. So I'm going to quit out of here real quick, and speaking of that, let's go to basically Planet Wars real quick. what is this doing in Planet Wars? What are we looking for? What is going on with this? And yeah, I don't really want to pick a fight with anybody at this point, but at the same time, I'm going to use somebody as an example for you guys. So now you can go to. So this guy doesn't even have. Okay, so he doesn't even have any drones. So that's what I kind of wanted to show you guys. What can we find somebody that might be a little bit bigger? You know what? I'm just gonna go after the big guy. Why not? That way. But right here, guys, look at this. I mean, this is insane. So if you look at his drones, not only does he have the red stars here, the 5 red stars, but he has these 2 purple on the Defender. I mean, that's ridiculous. I can't even imagine how much money that would be worth, or how long he's been saving, or what the heck. But right there, guys, I mean, that is level 77 across the board there. So that's pretty intense. Wow, 5 rainbow stars there. I mean, that is insane. Be absolutely ridiculous to attack this guy, but for the sake of the game and the sake for you guys, I'm going to attack him on purpose here. And let me go back to him. Sorry, guys. I'm going to attack. And of course, I'm just going to get slammed here. And so it's showing what's working for him and what's working for me. And the reason why I did this for you guys is now you can go to the battle record and see what is working and what wasn't working. And so if I go down, so he has one of his drones that actually restores his power. So right there, I basically didn't do anything to him. He got 91,909 of his health back by his drone. So what a crazy cool feature, but a little disheartening for me because I barely put a scratch on him. And you can see what his other drones were doing also. There's the left drone, Defender drone, right drone, and then it's showing the other attributes. So he got burning, recoil, and recoil on top of what the drone was already doing. So you guys can see a big difference in damages against each other. And I'm sure this is going to be the same for Star Scramble. But do the drones do damage? Absolutely. I mean, look at that. I mean, yeah, they do damage for sure. So I did want to show you guys that since I'm here. And, you know, there's just so many different things you can do with this, guys. And just what a great addition to the game. Everybody was screaming drones, and boy, did they give us the drones. And so I'll give my hats off to Wing Fighter for this. I mean, this had to have taken a really long time. I mean, this is really intricate, and I think they did a great job. Again, I think we're going to find bugs, and I think nothing's going to be perfect on the game, but they really gave us a good attempt. We have to give them a little bit of credit here, guys. They gave us a good attempt of giving us something pretty cool. Is it a money grab? Oh yeah. Well, I think we all know that. But at the same time, if you have it, is it cool? Yeah, for sure, it's cool. So, but hopefully I covered this pretty well for you guys. Again, I'm not a drone master. I haven't had a lot of time to play with this again. If anybody has any comments or suggestions, or hey, this is the way that works, or hey, you might have had that wrong, or just anything, I mean, please leave me a comment. I really appreciate everybody's support, and it's been fun just making these crazy videos for you guys. Again, I'm no master at the game. I just really like to help other players out that are having the same questions as me, or maybe stuck on something, or but again, it's been a lot of fun. And as I always say at the very end of the videos, guys, I mean, just have fun.